Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the one and only show? Live from Houston, Texas. It's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of MarriedDate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker, Amber.
Hey guys, welcome into the Amber Neal Show. It is your go-to girl, matchmaker, comedian. You know how we do. Y'all catch me tonight on Fox talking about some of the crazy stuff about how important it is about who you pick in your life to be step parents to your kids. Don't be so thirsty that you are complicit in the crimes against your own children. It's so crazy, guys. But today, guys, we have two very special guests on our show. I'm going to tell you all about them here in just a minute. Today's theme is it is a family business. So today we're talking about a father-son duo that are doing it really big in the industry. But first, let me go ahead and welcome in my co-host, DJ Houston. He is on the ones and twos, the most in-demand DJ around, is doing the biggest names in the biz. And y'all know, as I say, they don't pay me to endorse it, so y'all have to go find him and find out. But he is in demand. He is also the vice president of Boss Up Houston Network and Amber Neal Productions, and my co-host. Y'all give it up for DJ Houston.
What? Listen, I need to start having you come around with me everywhere I go, so you can just introduce me. Like the other day, somebody was asking me, how long you been DJing? What do you do? Talk about yourself. And I was like,
you need your wingman.
Yeah, I need somebody to hype me up because I feel like I'm just being so being a narcissist sometimes when I'm just talking about myself all the time. It's just like, and I don't like that feeling, so I need you to hype me up all the time. Yes. So just or what I should do is just have you recorded on my phone and everywhere I go, here we go. You want to know my credentials? Here we go. It's coming from Amber Neal, okay?
You guys, as a professional comedian, I'm used to the intros, everything. And shout out to one of my comedy mentors, Aldi Freeman, because man, I'm as good as I am because he gave me the most horrible introductions on the planet and in the hardest rooms I've ever done, and basically was like, okay, now if you can overcome this room from this horrible introduction, you might have a chance. So introductions are everything. So also, y'all, sitting to my right, you guys know who this is. He's in the community. He is former NFL on the NFLPA. He is part of the Huddle Up Foundation out in the community. He has his own nonprofit, and he also is the best-selling author of Believe So You Can Achieve. Y'all give it up. He's also our new sports director for Boss Up Houston Network. Y'all give it up for Ryan Yarborough. Hey, go Ryan.
Thank you.
You guys, so today we're going to jump in and real quick and just introduce our guest. To our right, you guys, I'm going to give you his bio because it is so impressive. His name is Xavier, but man, when I talk about all the things that he has done, it is amazing. His list, some of the pictures are really cool too, but he has like star power. When I say star power, I'm talking Drake, Lil Wayne, Wyclef, Miss America, Major Bloomberg, Little Mama, Beyonce, just Eddie Murphy, y'all mean T.I. Do I need to keep going here? Chris Brown, Diddy, Steve Harvey, Bishop T.D. Jones, Fred Hammond, T-Bone, Samuel Harris, Dr. Bobby Jones, the Williams Brothers, Jamie Foxx, Jay Moss, Kira Kiki Shepard, I think that's what I was supposed to say. Ty Tribbett, I love him. Dr. Jamal Bryant, Dorinda Clark Cole, David and Tamala Mann, Shirley Caesar, Pastor Joe Osteen, Jonathan Osteen.
Take a breath.
But guys, at just 29 years old, the Houston native, hey, H-Town baby.
H-Town
baby. Yes. He is poised to be the next superstar, having racked up a list of accomplishments that takes most people an entire lifetime or a show to accumulate and talk about. Xavier has performed in more than 350 times. He has developed his own TV show, which was featured on KTBU Channel 55. He has conducted more than 125 interviews with everyone from Chris Brown, T.I., LeBron James, Lil Wayne, Nick Cannon, Kobe Bryant, and Jay has recorded a tribute to the Houston Rocket star Yao Ming, in which collaborated with funk icon George Clinton, scored a track on the recent Pink Panther Walmart sampler, and in 2004, at the age of only 12, Jay Xavier won PAX TV America's Most Talented Kids Show contest. And if that isn't enough, okay.
Keep going.
Jay Xavier has also some serious acting skills. He was also featured in MTV's film My Super Sweet 16, the movie, as Randy, and also in the film entitled A Good Man Is Hard to Find. So we know, okay? Featuring Mary, and Deborah Cox. Okay, are y'all, okay, I also got more, okay.
Right.
But here's the thing I love about Jay is he's not only superstar power here, he's also active in the community. He is a global youth AIDS ambassador and has partnered with the organization FAWN, Fighting AIDS with Nutrition, which provides vitamin supplements to adults and children living with AIDS. He's also served as a spokesperson with Scholastic.com for their PSA program that encourages you to read. This generation is watching videos. Reading is a lost art. But he's also been honored to share the stage with superstar Chris Brown on 2 successful tours in 2006, which was the launch of his debut album, Young Prince of the South. Now, with his sights on international and global presence, he has just completed a stellar achievement by performing at the 2008 Stellar Olympics in Beijing, China. Woo! I don't want to read all it through and just not give you your props right now. Where's his flowers? Y'all bring some flowers on the set. Flowers! Jay Xavier is now on his next mission to release his sophomore album with the first single, Boyfriend. We get to hear today on the show, featuring Brian Angel from Day 26 and Ball and Stunt featuring Little Twist from the Young Money. Jay Xavier also has completed a new TV pilot, The Devin Taylor Show, and he stars as the lead character. Okay, I need some more flowers. And he has just recently appeared in the upcoming movie Sydney's Revenge. Committed to fighting student loan debt, Jay Xavier has teamed up with Choosing Independence and penned the song Knockout, where he calls on Sage Northcutt, Kevin Harrington, and 2-time heavyweight champion George Foreman to assist in the victory. So,
Jay,
I'm gonna need some water after all that, okay?
What? Did you say water? Not a Dr. Pepper?
No, I need water.
What?
Water.
Oh my God, hell froze over.
Yeah, because, woo, honey. Now, I'm going to have to tell you, I'm a roast comedian, okay? So, Sam, don't get offended, but the picture I got of your dad looked like a mugshot.
I was going to say, I was going to say the same thing. I was like, am I supposed to be making...
I see another one now.
Y'all look at that picture. I know y'all see that. I know y'all see that. What? Okay, we're going to give them some free new pictures when we leave today. We just like to play with y'all. But, hey, you're not no slack yourself, okay? Apple don't fall far from the tree. That's what's going on right here, guys. Today we're talking about a family business. So let's find out about Mr. Samuel Harris Jr., singer, songwriter, musician, producer, publisher, manager, record exec. And he's from Jefferson, Texas. Woohoo, guys, y'all. Y'all know I'm from Hugh Springs, Texas. And I remember when we were in drill team, I got to go to Jefferson and see all their little streets made of bricks. And I'm like, this is so cool.
So Jefferson's one of those small towns where they still got the streets made of bricks.
Yes.
My aunt lives in a small town like that.
Yes, and the dentures are still made out of wood. Okay. So welcome, guys, to the show. Is that a good enough introduction?
Yes.
All right, guys. So who do we start with first? Let's start with Pops. I don't know because we got to find out. Samuel, do you go by Sam or Samuel?
Sam.
Sam. Okay. So when I say the apple don't fall far from the tree, let's go way back. So you're a junior.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Is this so for you to break into the industry like this? We all know how hard it is to break into the industry. One thing I love, and the reason we want to have you on the show is because all of us are here to put Houston on the map.
Yes.
We're so tired of people thinking you have to leave Houston to go get discovered or do something big. So let's go back to the roots because, as you being a junior, is this something you learned or was your dad part of the industry or how did it all start?
Well, I'm honored, Amber, and thank you for having us. And we're enjoying the atmosphere. But I'm honored to have had my dad, Samuel Harris Sr., as my hero.
Amen.
And he represented the insurance agency, independent insurance owner, but he represented the icon Muhammad Ali when he was Cassius Clay.
Wow.
And so when I was a little boy, my sister and I taking pictures with Muhammad Ali. My head was looking over here, and my sister was hugging him on the cheek over here. But as I grew up, I wanted to be like my dad. And so my dad, who was successful in insurance, not music per se. I got my musical inspiration from my mother. Okay. She was a gospel and a choir singer. But my dad was one that taught me the get up every morning, do the regimen of eating, putting on your suit, shaving, going to the mailbox, checking the mail, going into the family business. And he owned Samuel Harris Insurance Agency and the street Martin Luther King, where our church presently is, where I pastor. It used to be called South Park Boulevard.
Okay.
But he was instrumental in him and Mr. Ovi Duncantail changing the name of the street out of our office. So, I saw him do great things, but he was always kind of quiet behind the scene, behind the desk, not trying to toot his horn, but I'm the one that gives him props, and I know he's looking down and he's proud of us today.
And man, that I felt that in my spirit a reason to talk about him. You know what I mean? It's like as soon as I saw Junior, I'm like, we gotta go back to the original credit because like I watched my dad doing his thing. He wasn't in anything entertainment, but just watching that leadership and just watching how he did it and just being so inspired by that, so the apple don't fall far from the tree.
That's right.
So I'm gonna let you do the real introduction for J. Xavier. Your dad, okay?
Right.
You're also manager.
Right.
But what did you see in him? What happened? How did J. Xavier become J. Xavier from the dad's perspective?
Well, prior to him coming into the music, I believe in, I'm a pastor. I've been saved 41 years, and a pastor while his mother, who is going to be with the Lord, Jay's mother was carrying him. He spoke to us one day. He said, the child that you're carrying is a special anointed child.
Wow.
And that was before he was even born. And lo and behold, when he was born, and I was a pastor, and I can remember, I have pictures of him. He was always ready to go to church, ready to come with me. We called him Bud. Like, come on, Bud. And he was just a good, proper child. But again, he started playing drums at church. And I was in the music industry and had experience with the likes of Scarface and me and Lil Troy did Scarface's first record, and as a result of me going through some issues and going down a different path, and then got back on the straight and narrow, but nevertheless, but I was a pastor and I was in church and we were having service. And one of the ministers one day pulled me to the side. He said, I noticed Jay's playing drums, and he's a little, he's always been small. And he says, he's got good rhythm. He said, do you mind if I just take him home and let him get on some tracks? Because I have a little home studio. And I said, no problem. It's like, and I had been in rap and I had been in music, but I wasn't trying to push him.
Right.
And because I felt, sometimes parents may want to live through their children.
Pageant moms.
Pageant moms, yeah. but nevertheless, when they came back from the studio, they were like, hey, check this out. And I'm like, okay. So I heard the song, and it was like, he was like, I'm a rider. And, and I'm like, whoa, okay. And little did I know that would be prophetic, because before he was taken out of school, getting involved in his career at a young age. Ms. Wallace was his teacher at the Academy of Houston, I believe. And so his mother and I, one day he had a little talent show, and he was singing this famous song by R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly. Jay was.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, he's singing, And I'm just crying, and I can't stop crying. I'm like, I'm just wailing like somebody beat me up, you know.
We gonna be rich.
And so I'm like, whoa. I'm like, what is this? But he had been. Then later, I found he told Miss Wallace that I'm gonna be a famous rapper one day.
Wow.
And so I was like blown away when I heard that. And then we put his record out, and that I was in the industry. And we took it to a gospel station, Gospel 1360, KWWJ, put it out. Next thing you know, I'm a Rider was all over the radio. He was Song of the Year. It was, next thing you know, it was Album of the Year. And he's the kid beating all the holy hip-hop artists. And I'm like, whoa. And then we went to MegaFest with Bishop T.D. Jakes and went to the Potter's House. And he said, you know, Bishop, you know, I respect him. He said, whoever's dealing with this young man, they need to know not to limit him to the church because his ministry is bigger than that. And that was my confirmation. And eventually we went to America's Most Talented Kids show. And then we went, and Matthew and all saw him one day at Destiny's Child's after party, and the rest is history, where Matthew beat my door down to get to him because he said he reminded him of Beyonce. So that's
beautiful. Oh my
Xavier.
God, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Jay Xavier himself and find out what it was like growing up with such an inspirational father, someone who believed in him and saw from a very young age and knew just that balance, when to push and when to let him decide. So y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to hear a few words from our friends over at Events and Adventures and Married Date, and you can also find out how to get a copy of my latest book.
And don't forget, we got a very brand new sponsor as well.
Yes.
And their commercial will be coming to you on the next episode. But we got AT&T over at Legacy Communications sponsoring the network now. So y'all guys will also be hearing from them come the next show. But, you know, just wanted to announce, like, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
so.
it is a big deal. We've been sitting on it, so it's hard to...
It's hard to keep the excitement in, you know what I'm saying? But y'all guys stay tuned, and we'll be right back after this break.
Hey singles, do you feel it? The feeling like it's time to start having fun again? If you do, then you're ready to celebrate with Events and Adventures. There's never been a better time to join than right now. Meet new people with a packed calendar of fun events, exciting adventures, and future memories. It's time to live life to the fullest, to high five, skydive, and feel alive again. That feeling is here at Events and Adventures. If you're single and ready to celebrate, visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Married is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Hey guys, it's your girl matchmaker, comedian Amber Neal, and today I am bringing you my brand new book, hot off the press, guys. I have so many copies of these. Please get one, okay? It is called How My Kitty Betrayed Me, and it's about the women's lib movement and how one thing they don't tell you is, yes, we want money, education, and rights like men, but one thing that the women's rights movement doesn't explain to you is how we're still women. We still attach. We release a chemical in our brain that attaches us to every single person we have sex with. It's called soul ties. And one thing I can tell you that will keep you from your God-given purpose, let your kitty betray you when you get distracted, okay? All I'm trying to say is, you know, we want all the same rights as men, but at the end of the day, picking your partner is the most important decision you'll ever make. And so I challenge you to get a copy of my book today so that you can learn from my mistakes that I made, thinking that, hey, if men can do it, so can we. But trust and believe, after being a single parent for 25 years, your kitty betrayed you, okay? Get your coffee today, amberneal.com. Or more information, go to Amber Neal Show on Facebook. Get your copy. I'll be glad to autograph it and send it out to you today. Hey guys, welcome back into the Amber Neal Show. Today, I am joined by co-host EJ Houston and Ryan Yarborough.
Hey.
And man, it's a family business today, guys.
Yes.
It took the first half of the show just to give you all the accolades going on.
Right, and we didn't even get through all of it.
We haven't really started yet, but guys, we're super excited because in studio with us is Xavier. Man, he is artist, actor, producer. He is the biggest star in the making. I mean, just the names, the credentials alone of who all have worked with him. That says a lot. Who will work with you says a lot. So welcome back into the show, Xavier.
Hey.
And we can't forget Pops, y'all. Y'all give it up for Sam.
There you go.
Harris.
I was like, whoa.
Y'all give it up for Samuel Harris Jr. In the beginning of the hour, we were talking about your dad and how, it really is. What you see growing up really matters, guys. It can make or break you. And even if you didn't have those examples, you still don't have to be like your parents either way. So we want to encourage everybody watching to go for your dreams. You only get one time on this earth, so make it count. Today, we understand that you brought us a song to listen to.
Correct. Yeah, this is Boyfriend featuring Brian Angel. A lot of people know Brian Angel from Day 26. And just to give you a little backstory, man, Brian and I, we go back to kind of like my music world days, when he was with another group, Mason Road. He's one of those artists who just stayed on the grind, and we stayed in touch. And when I reached out to him for a song, he's like, "Little bro, I got you." So,
I got you.
And he provided the vocals like crazy. So, yeah.
So we talked about your dad, but let's talk about your dad real quick before we hear the song, because you can tell energy doesn't lie. You can tell you guys have a great dynamic, right? Sometimes people work together as a family business, but they hate each other. Okay, but it's like, you better be glad we have the same last name, or I wouldn't show up today. Okay, but tell me what it's been like having your dad as your role model.
It's been pretty good. It's been dope, actually. Just to kind of have best of both worlds. You got to understand, I'm able to access the spiritual side of my dad, the fatherly side, and then also, my dad, who's the manager, who has the experience in the music industry, and I could just attribute all the success to, well, first of all, number one, God, but besides that, it's just a grind and focus. That's what, when you see the pictures and, you hear about the accolades, man, that was a grind and there was a focus. And so, to still be at it, it's just amazing.
How's that affected you as, now that you're 29, you always hear, when you look at major stars that started so young like you did, how has that affected you as far as having a childhood? And do you find that there's things you feel like you missed, or do you feel like it just enhanced your childhood?
I feel like it enhanced my childhood because, I joked with my dad the other day. We were in conversation. I'm like, I'm this kid, 14, 15 on the road with Chris Brown, but at the same time, I'm coming home doing the dishes.
That's right. That's the best thing you could have done for
taking out the trash and so on and so forth. So it was balanced, not too much being on the road and not too much of being at home, but it was balanced. So that worked out pretty well, and it's just so funny, man, that you mentioned that, because I was watching something with Raven Simone the other day, and she was speaking about how she started at 5 in film and in television, and she was like, there's some things that I just don't remember. It's just a blur to me, and and that's kind of I was able to relate in a way, but at the same time, I have to be thankful. Like, man, there's some things I do remember, some things I don't. But for the majority of it, I do. I remember it, and so just to be able to kind of go back to those fun times and being in the moment. Man, I remember when I was with Chris in L.A. and New York, and it's pretty cool.
But those humble roots, part of being a family that grew up in the country in small towns is that. My dad was rich, and he let us know he was rich, and we got beat, and we had chores, and we got in trouble, and we had 20 acres we lived on, so we had to work. When I tell you, we work, okay? So that is the benefit a lot of people don't understand is that even though your dad had all these accolades and he was already in the game, he still gave you that balance of you still have responsibilities because as we know, look at MC Hammer. Not everybody makes it and knows how to manage their money and knows how to balance their life. So you have a great example having those humble roots, because I understand. I just feel like people that are from smaller towns are a little bit different in good and bad ways, right? But the thing that I've noticed that goes a lot with the small towns is the work ethic. It's hard work, and you ain't scared to get your hands dirty. What do you think, Ryan? What do you think? You didn't grow up in a small town, but
No, not necessarily. But as Sam was saying, my father was who I wanted to be like. Okay, he actually played football, in college, but he was a successful businessman. But he started from square one. Okay, but my grandfather was a successful businessman, so the whole family was either entrepreneurs or educators. Okay,
wow.
so like I want to be like my dad, and he definitely kept me on my square because anytime I felt like I could poke my chest out or something like that, he was like, oh, slow down, But I seen his work ethic and I seen how he treated people. That was most important, when I was out in the streets with him, how people respected him, and how, and the reasons why they respected him, okay? And that's something that I wanted to be like, and actually I wanted to be better than my dad, truthfully. That's what it came down to. And it worked out on the athletic side. I'm still trying to be a better man. That's why we're still here. We continue to be better people. But yeah, that was when you have a father as a son to be a role model for you. That's a great thing because people ask me who I always looked up to in the first person. I'd be like, well, my dad, because I met Muhammad Ali, as a child and things of that nature. From being from Chicago, it was like, I want to be like my dad. That was it.
Me too. Same thing.
That
And
was
your
it.
dad is amazing too. One thing I can tell you about DJ Houston, his dad, I have so much love and respect for his dad because he has a bunch of kids. Your mom and dad had a bunch of kids, okay? Just like my dad's baby of 10. Hey, I give mad props to, I think I had it hard with 2 kids, and your dad has a big family. But your dad is so amazing. He's always there. He's always has everybody's back. He's so selfless. And I'm talking about your dad like he's mine, but but that is just an outsider looking in, and what an amazing dad you have. You want to speak on that?
Absolutely. I'm very grateful for everything that my dad's taught me throughout my life. My dad's always made me work for everything that I've ever had from a young age. I mean, I was 10 years old out there mowing yards just to go and have extra money to do the things that I want to do. Because my dad's like, I'm not going to just give it to you. You know what I mean? I give you your set allowance. You do your chores. If you want extra money, you got to go out there and earn it. So, he helped me. He's helped me. He bought a lawnmower for me. He's like, this is how you do it. Like, stay within this neighborhood so I can watch you. Taught me about work ethic. And then my whole life, like, my dad, he works offshore. So my dad hasn't always been, there every day because he's at work. But to be able to see that, hey, he's out there making this grind, doing everything he's got to do, working through hell and back, you know what I'm saying, to go and just to provide for his family. And he started at the bottom. He was working, doing practically the scraping of the floors, you know what I'm saying? Like, he started at the very bottom. And now he's running this major company that he works for where he barely just sits there and, all right, you're doing your job today. Good job. You know what I'm saying? Because he's got 50 years of experience in the industry, but he taught me my work ethic. He showed me, he doesn't, when he's sick, he doesn't call in. Unless he is literally, he has to be physically taken to the hospital if he's that sick to miss work. Out of 50 years, my dad can say he's only missed 6 days of work his whole life.
Sounds like my dad too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter. Even like my dad early in the year, he caught COVID. Didn't even, he really he was real bad. To the point where he was still at work because he didn't know. He thought it was just, like pneumonia, like normal. I'm talking, he was almost passed out right there to where the point where they had to call an ambulance and say, hey, he's on his way to the hospital. Because he's like, I don't miss work. There's no need to miss work. You know, they pay me to be there. I'm going to be there. So exactly. So, you know, I got that work ethic from him. And that's why, you know, now I'm a hard hustler. You know what I mean? That's why my business is as successful as it is. And that's why everywhere, from a young age, every job I've ever worked, I've become manager or some type of leader because I have that work ethic. You know, I know how to do the job that you want me to do and then some.
And that's really the point of today's show, guys. A family business is, even if your dad, my dad did nothing entertainment, okay, and but it's that leadership, it's that example that we're looking for. So today's show is about a family biz and how the common denominator, as everyone here has said, is the work ethic. It's the work ethic. And for you to make it to the NFL, 1% of people make it. That work ethic, and like you said, focus and distractions. How do you handle distractions?
You know, the distractions, I mean, they just come, you know, in life, period, you know. But, you know, you have to have a goal and go after that goal. You know, you keep your eyes on the goal and you accomplish that. You know, you're not thinking about a distraction.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
Exactly. You got to stay focused on that prize.
Right.
Well, y'all, speaking of the prize, are y'all ready to hear your new song, Boyfriend?
Hey, let's drop it.
Well, cue it up for us. Tell us what we're going to be hearing today.
All right, cool. Well, of course, this is Boyfriend, your man Xavier, featuring the one and only Brian Angel B. What up? H-Town is going down. Boyfriend, we do it for the ladies.
All right.
I can be your boyfriend.
Yeah.
I can be your boyfriend.
True that.
I can be your boyfriend.
See you, little mama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can be your boyfriend.
You know I can be your man, right?
I can be your boyfriend. I can be your boyfriend.
Take a walk with J.S. Check it out.
It's like peekaboo. Shouty, I've been peeping you. Thought I'd come over for a minute and just speak to you. Checking your physique when you moving your body. Got me looking from a decent view. Ooh, you's a hide it, but I wanna know who's loving you and keeping you. Cause I bet you I can do you better than he can do. No limit to what we can do. Baby, in a week or two, go to the mall and bow. Gifts from me to you. Ain't no one unique as you. You give me the reason to let you be that chick on my side when I'm breezing through. I can take you places where the sights are unbelievable. I promise to keep it real. I promise to keep it true. My best kept secret, boo. Put that on everything. I see how you rock your hips. Now go ahead and wear my chain. Girl, stop playing. Let me be your man. I wouldn't call away. You just gotta say my name. I can be your boyfriend. I can be your boyfriend. I can be your boyfriend. Let's make it official. I can be your boyfriend. I can be your boyfriend.
That's right.
I can be your boyfriend. I can be your boyfriend. Let's make it official.
I can be your boyfriend, baby.
It's like, hold up. Wait, shout it, don't hesitate. Them other guys featherweight. You're dealing with a heavyweight. Looking like a ring girl. Ooh, with your sexy waist. The way I knock them lames out the box, we should celebrate. Sit back, relax, and chill with JX today. I keep it official, man. You should check my resume. We can go to the beach, lay back and meditate. Watch the sunset on the balcony while I caress your waist. But I know it's those little things that count, like taking the time out to cuddle on the couch and making sure that you're happy. Blushing all the time, acting crazy by sticking your tongue at me. I can be the man you never had, your best friend, baby, and you better have anything you like, baby. Don't be scared to ask. I can be your boyfriend. I know you ain't scared of that. Seen you from the corner of my eye, nice little frame, yeah, your body looking right. Shawty, come with me, I can change your whole life. I can be your boyfriend, boyfriend.
Call me home alone tonight. Nah.
Hey guys, welcome back into the Amber Neal Show. It's your girl, matchmaker, comedian Amber Neal. Guys, we are so excited because we just got to hear boyfriend. Hey. Oh, wow. Wow. So that's going to be the new panty dropper, huh? I see.
Listen, ladies.
Sorry, Pastor. Sorry, Pastor.
I don't know about all that.
Sorry, Pastor.
I'm like...
I mean, that's going to be the new inspiration song. Yeah.
Ladies, all ages, you know, it's everybody.
18 and up. Okay, R. Kelly. 18 and up. 18 and up.
She went there. She went there.
What'd you think of the song, Dan?
You gotta watch it. Just say it. You gotta watch it.
What'd you think of the song what was your initial reaction?
You're
grounded.
Quite naturally, I felt that Jay was coming into his own because as a young artist, you know, being able to do this as a teen, coming up until adulthood as a young man, and then Brian Angel, who was already, you know, really seasoned and a great vocalist. I thought the collaboration was great, so I felt the song was very tasteful, and that's one thing I can say about Jay's music, not because from a father perspective or pastor perspective, but just from a perspective of good music.
Yeah, good
you know, because I'm a
music.
Stevie Wonder fan, Earth, Wind & Fire fan,
Yeah.
and when you can hear music that's soothing, but yet it's good, it feels good, sounds good, you know, it's something I think it goes much longer.
That's how you know you're in a new generation, because I know, like, I mean, I still like a lot of the stuff today, but that you become your parents, because all of our parents always roast us on our music. That ain't music. That ain't music. You don't know what music is. That ain't singing. Y'all know what you're talking about. So I feel you on that, okay? Because that's the thing. It's really about not just the hype of it. It is like, it's when you want it to touch the soul.
Right.
So what do you have coming up? What do you have coming up?
Well, performance-wise, for those who will be on the Tom Joyner cruise, I'll be on there as well with the Ernest Walker Band.
Nice. Can we come? You got extra passes? You need to carry your bag or something?
we gotta sneak in.
Okay, hey.
I'm like, Amber can fit in a suitcase. That's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'll carry all the equipment. How's that sound?
Yes. That is awesome.
Yeah. So I'll be out there with the Ernest Walker Band. So looking forward to that, and we're gonna do this big old, you know, tribute show and so on and so forth to some legends in R&B and soul and hip hop and all that good stuff. And of course, you know, working on this new project. You know, I know for some there's been a wait, especially for all of the whole Team JX out there on social media, the fans. But man, it's coming. You know, I've had some downtime, time to enjoy life, look at life, and so on and so forth. But you know, we still at it and on it. So.
Well, you know, one thing we had talked about when we talked on the phone was about your bachelor status.
Right.
Okay.
I meet the matchmaker.
You know, ladies. Okay, now he ain't on the sexy single sofa, but y'all pretend that's a sexy single sofa right now. He is single, and guess what? He's agreed to let me do. He is going to be named one of Houston's top 10 most eligible bachelors on 12/12 at the Total Package Awards Black Titan Gala with the Elite Men in Houston, the Real Housewives of Houston, Boss Up Houston Network, Amber Neal Productions, Mary Date, and DJ Houston. Guys, it is going to be the event of the year.
Awesome. It really
Every
is.
year we name Houston's top 20 power couples, top 10 bachelors, and top 10 bachelorettes, honey.
Wow.
So if you don't meet somebody at this event, okay, it's probably you.
Exactly.
You're probably the reason you're
Exactly.
single. That's all I'm saying. But the goal of the event is the power couples. It's not about just money, power, and fame. Okay, you can lose that, and then your marriage falls apart. It's about the power it takes to stay together in a world where everything comes at you to get divorced.
Yeah.
So we are giving you guys 20 power couples that are examples of real love, how to make it work in today's world, as well as we are also naming 20 leaders in business from the Elite Men of Houston magazine, as well as the Real Housewives of Houston magazine. So congratulations, Jay Xavier is one of your top 10. Save your acceptance speech for when you get there. But it is a black tie gala. But if you are watching the show and you don't want to wait to meet Jay Xavier at the Total Package Awards, you can write into the show. We will do the filtering. We will do the matchmaking. And if you qualify, and honey, I'm at like his grandma screening, okay? But if you qualify, we will actually send you guys out on a date with Jay Xavier, courtesy of the show. We will follow you with the cameras. We will see what happens.
Right.
But you have to make me one promise. You can't talk to them until after you come back on the show. You have to come back on the show to do the reveal. To see if it was a match made in Houston.
So you'll go on your date and you're total silence, okay? Total silence after your date. You can't say nothing.
Okay.
Unless you talk to Amber. That's
right.
the only person you can, or me, of course, but, or if you don't want to write in, you can always call the Matchmaker hotline at 866-479-8752.
That's right.
For Jay himself or any of the singles that we have had here on the show. You know what I'm saying? We have an archive here. Hello. Like, she's not Houston's millionaire matchmaker and doesn't have people that she's trying to match up right now. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you should go take a look at the site, Jade. Maybe you'll find your you know what I'm saying? Maybe there's somebody already on there that we can send you on a date. So ladies.
I need to look. I'm trying to go from bachelor to power couple,
Hey, look at that. He already know the moves he wants to make.
I mean, Genuine said it best. I'm just a bachelor looking for a partner.
Tell Jay.
And let me tell you, as a matchmaker, I can tell you the number one thing outside of humor that women want is a man that knows what he wants. We don't want no little boy trying to decide. We need a grown man that knows what he's ready for. So that's hot. 29, ready to get, have a family. You're gonna have some kids. And... Okay, so I'm gonna be excited about that. I cannot tell you how exciting it is. I love matching people, but when I really get excited is when there's kids that come from that. I'm like, y'all wouldn't even, I can't wait to tell them, y'all wouldn't even be here one for me, okay? And then if they hate their life, I hate you, Amber.
She's gonna be like, at that point, I'm no longer Amber.
Y'all forward my mail, but congratulations, Jay Xavier, one of Houston's top 10 most eligible bachelors, one of the biggest rising stars in the entertainment. And let me find out Daddy's single, because don't play with me. I'll make you a bachelor too.
It's locked down.
We may have just found a power couple. All right, guys. But any last questions, guys?
Yeah, actually, Jay. So I want to ask you. A lot of people really don't know the behind the scenes of music. You know what I mean? They hear a song and they think that the artist that is named on that track is the artist that's created this whole track. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So from a musician standpoint, do you produce your own beats? Do you collab with other people on beats? Or are you more of a vocalist, like more of a writer? You know.
More of a vocalist and a writer.
Okay.
That's what I've been sticking with is so funny. Younger when I would have assistants from other writers and stuff like that. I would just be like, I would be amazed, like, oh man, it's so dope, it's so hot, I want to do that. And so, around 14, 15, I began to come into my own and, begin to pen my stuff. And so, I just been sticking with the pen, man.
I love stuff, Have you actually, is there any, so most of your stuff, I know you're a local artist for sure, you know what I mean? Have you found any local, producers that you work with a lot? Or is there a certain producer that you've worked with since the beginning that does all your music?
Well, actually, I have a pool of producers. Yeah, that I work with. And so,
best way to do it, though. I'm being the DJ. I'm like one of the most versatile DJs, and I have so many different pools of music that I can just go into because there's no reason to limit yourself to just one. You know what I mean? There's so many different styles out there, and it's just like with one particular artist. Like I tell everybody, you don't always like every song the artist has on their album. You know what I'm saying? There's probably going to be one or two that you don't like, or maybe there's just one or two that you like off of it. But I guarantee that you follow that artist because you like their style. So sometimes as a producer as well, their beat just doesn't hit for you. You don't feel it, or there's certain. As I tell people, when I listen to music, I break it down in two separate ways. I always listen to the way it's produced first, then I go back and listen to the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Because the beat can be a completely different story than what the lyrics are saying. You know, so sometimes it doesn't match. Like your story on the beat's got to match the story along with the lyrics. So props to you for having that pull, man. Because I know there's some people that just lock themselves down and stay with that one producer. So
well, I will say this. Now, you know, there are a lot of artists who, you know, got their hit records from a certain producer. You know, you wanna, I wouldn't say just stick with their producer forever, but you want to keep them in the pool, man.
Right. You gotta keep them in the
Houston,
pool.
in Texas, we need a pool. It's hot. Ryan, do you have any last minute questions?
Well, I don't have any questions. I just want to give my man some props because as you see, what you see right here, put it this way, is not a front for the camera. I was with Jay a couple years ago at the Children's Hospital over in Texas, and excuse me, and we went to visit some kids, you know, that were on their bed, whatever particular bed it was. I won't get into it, but we spent time with them. Had a chance to spend some hours with Jay, and you know, we follow each other on social media and everything like that. And he's been, you know, a stand tall guy ever since the day I met him, and you know, I was delighted to see him come through the door because we don't always know. I don't always know who's coming all the time. And then when I seen my man Jay and we seen each other, we just thought, man, nothing but love. So, real genuine guy, and nothing but continued success to you, my man. All right, and appreciate you, Pops.
Yes,
And now,
thank you.
the very last thing I gotta say before we gotta close out the show, because we are running out of time here, is if anybody wants to hear, you know, your track Boyfriend or any of your good music, where can they find it at?
Oh man, so many places. JXavierOfficial.com, YouTube.com/JXavierTV, also JXavierOfficial on SoundCloud.
Wow.
So, is any of your music on Apple by any chance or Spotify or anything?
Yes, of course. And thanks. Yeah, I have previous projects and all that good stuff. If you want to check out my first debut album, Young Prince of the South, you can find it on there. That was released in 2006 and all that good stuff. But yeah, that was the groundbreaker right there. So yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. What about you? Where do people find you, Sam?
Well, Lord, I'm at right now. Our project is with The Ranch and mybhranch.com.
Okay.
And Christ Community Church. That's our ministry. We've been involved with housing the homeless
Oh, I love that.
through the Beerman House. That's our website as well. So beermanhouse.com.
Well, thank you guys both for coming on the show. We will see you both at the Total Package Awards coming up December 12th. And remember, if you want to meet him as a top 10 bachelor for 2021 in H-Town, guys, he definitely represents H-Town and all the love that you got to put into a Total Package Award. Is just what it sounds like. Beauty on the inside, beauty on the outside.
Yes.
So congratulations to all the honorees. For more information about that, go to eventbrite.com. Look up the Total Package Awards Black Tie Gala. Get your tickets now. It will sell out. It is going to be a huge high publicity networking event of the year. And for more information, go to amberneal.com. If you need anything to do with the show or you want to be on the show, maybe you're sexy and you're single and you want to be on the Sexy Single too. Hit us up, guys. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time on the show.
Absolutely. Make sure y'all guys stick around for our afterthoughts.
Yes.
So that way you can hear all the things that we really, really wanted to tell y'all on the show, but ran out of time to say. So make sure y'all guys stick around after a few words from our friends over at Events and Adventures and Mary Day. We'll be back with those afterthoughts.
Events and Adventures knows how to make the most of being single. Get social, in person, try new things, and just have fun. Join Events and Adventures. We've been doing the single life right for over 30 years. 30 great events every month. Just visit eventsandadventures.com.
Maridate is for committed couples that are either engaged or married and would like to keep the dating in their marriage, fight for the family, and lower the divorce rate one couple at a time. We plan 30 to 50 events a month that include workshops, seminars, webinars, experts, and events all around town. This is for couples that want to develop friendships with other like-minded couples that take their marriage and vows seriously. We will also be offering premarital help so that you will not be a statistic. Would you and your partner like to take international vacations together with other couples and at group rates? When you are home, you will learn your city as you go to each new event. Your membership includes all of our locations. We take the guesswork out of creating, having, and keeping a strong marriage. Contact us today.
Hey guys, it's your girl matchmaker, comedian Amber Neal, and today I am bringing you my brand new book, hot off the press, guys. I have so many copies of these. Please get one, okay? It is called How My Kitty Betrayed Me, and it's about the women's lib movement and how one thing they don't tell you is, yes, we want money, education, and rights like men, but one thing that the women's rights movement doesn't explain to you is how we're still women. We still attach, we release a chemical in our brain that attaches us to every single person we have sex with. It's called soul ties. And one thing I can tell you that will keep you from your God-given purpose, let your kitty betray you when you get distracted, okay? All I'm trying to say is, you know, we want all the same rights as men, but at the end of the day, picking your partner is the most important decision you'll ever make. And so I challenge you to get a copy of my book today so that you can learn from my mistakes that I made, thinking that, hey, if men can do it, so can we. But trust and believe, after being a single parent for 25 years, your kitty betrayed you, okay? Get your copy today, amberneal.com. Or more information, go to Amber Neal Show on Facebook. Get your copy. I'll be glad to autograph it and send it out to you today.
Are you single? Maybe you're divorced or new in town. It's time to meet your match with Events and Adventures. Whether you're low-key or adventurous, come hang out with tons of like-minded people at exciting group activities. The best part? Everyone is single. From happy hours and trivia nights to outdoor adventures and weekend getaways, Events and Adventures has something for everyone. We're all here for the same reason. So come be part of a community made for singles. Your match is waiting for you to make your move. Visit eventsandadventures.com to get started. That's eventsandadventures.com.
Peace and blessings to you, everybody. This is Mr. Believe So You Can Achieve. I'm also almost messed the name of my book up and the moniker of who I am. But this is Ryan Yarborough, and today we had a great segment with my main man, Xavier. Okay, not only was he a child star, he's still a star, and he's budding and gonna take over not just Houston. Okay. I'll be short-stopping him if I said that, but he's about to take over the planet, all right? Be ready for him, universe, because he's already doing his thing. But not only that, when you are a star and have been in the game for as long as he has, even though he's a young man, you have to have some great representation. And his representation doesn't fall far from the tree. It's his father. And once again, the great thing about that is the father-son relationship is it can take you somewhere or it can break you somewhere. It just happening to take them somewhere, and that's a beautiful thing because my father was who I wanted to be like. So when I grew up, I passed and am continuing to pass down my knowledge to my son. But when it's family, it's even more and more stronger than somebody else and anything that you can imagine. So once again, peace and respect to you, Jay, Mr. J, okay, Mr. Sam, and the whole crew, because guess what? I'm already going to see, I already know you at the top, so guess what? We're going to stay there, and we're going to help bring people up to the top, not look down at them. So once again, peace and blessing. Always believe so you can achieve.
Yo, what it do? That's right. It's your man Xavier right here, man. Amber Neal Show. Oh my God, it was incredible. It was so great and just wonderful to chop it up with Miss Amber Neal herself. DJ Houston, of course, Mr. Ryan Yarborough, man. As soon as I came in the door, I knew it was love, it was family, you know what I mean? And of course, I had Pops with me, man, my manager, my dad, you know what I mean? So to just have him on set kicking it. It was incredible. And yo, the new project is on the way. It's coming. JXavierOfficial.com, YouTube.com/JXavierTV. Be sure to subscribe, man, and look out for the new single. And I'm looking forward to some good old matchmaking coming soon, baby. It's going down. Yeah.
Well, this is Samuel Harris Jr., the manager of J. Xavier, and we were so blessed to be on the Amber Neal Show, and the staff and the co-host. And I can't say enough about my son. I'm honored. I'm a father of 5. And I tell you that to get up every morning and to be able to see my children blossom and what Jay's accomplished and what all the other children have accomplished, it's just a great reward. So we just want to thank you all for having us today. We look forward to not only the new single coming out, but also I'm getting ready because it sounds like that I'll be at a wedding pretty soon and saying, oh, it started right here at Amber Neal Show. All right, God bless you. Bye-bye.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, DJ Houston. What another great episode today on the Amber Neal Show. And our very special guest, J. Xavier and his pops, Sam. What's up, guys? Man, thank y'all for coming to the show. J. Xavier, man, keep up the great work. Like, loving the music, loving the things that you do with the community. The fact that you are a part of so many different organizations to help people out. You know, keeping the kids reading, the AIDS Foundation that you were part of to help people out with that, giving them vitamins and supplements. That's such an amazing thing. And to what really blows my mind about that part right there is the fact that this is coming from a straight man. Like, I do not hear this, okay? I mean, being a gay man myself, like, everybody's always trying to help with AIDS and HIV and all of that stuff, but they're always gay because it affects us the most. So to hear that somebody else is coming out that, you know, really isn't part of that community, it really blows my mind of how much people are actually starting to support our community. So thank you for that. Keep up that great work. Make sure y'all guys go and check out all of his music on all the platforms. Check out his YouTube channel. Hopefully you can check out his new show coming over here, hopefully very soon to Boss Up. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to try to convince him on that part. And, you know, I got to give a big shout out to all the dads out there who have taught their kids that great work ethic. You know, Sam's taught his son some very good stuff. My father taught me some great knowledge. I know Amber had her father teach her some stuff. Ryan said his father's taught him some great stuff. So, you know, you just really got to go and put your head into it, grind. And if you have kids, you know, you're old enough, you have kids, teach them that work ethic. It's extremely important. You cannot do anything more for your kids than teach them that work ethic, because that's what's going to get them through life more than anything. I promise. We'll see y'all guys here for the next episode on the Amber Neal Show.
Hey guys, it's your girl matchmaker Amber Neal, and I have a smile on my face because I just found another top 10 bachelor for the Total Package Awards Black Tie Gala coming up. Get your tickets, guys. Go to Eventbrite, look for the Black Tie Gala, the Total Package Awards Black Tie Gala. Get your tickets now. We're going to be honoring 20 power couples, 20 leaders in business, and 20 singles. Okay, so I'm telling you, get your gown, get your formal. Hey, don't be coming half-stepping, because this is going to be a lot of singles in the building, okay? And it's true, like we talked about on the show the other day with Dr. Shelley Canada. hey, you get 8 seconds. You get the 8 seconds to make that first impression. Get your teeth right, get your grill right, make sure your breath don't stink, make sure you're not wearing your summer shoes in the winter. Y'all know how we do in the South. You know, it's always hot, so we're not wearing flip-flops, what I'm trying to say. But Xavier, thank you so much for coming on today. Thanks to his dad, Samuel Harris Jr., who's his manager, and it's so true. As Ryan said, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Shout out to my dad. Rest in peace. Today would have been his birthday. So this is a very special show for me today. Today's about the family biz, because even though my dad was never in anything remotely entertainment, he was self-made, baby of 10 kids from Pittsburgh, Texas, came to Houston, got a degree, went to the Marines, and built, and never worked for another man a day in his life. And all I know is I would ride around and get checks with them, and so now I'm trying to be like him as well. A father in your life is why Married Date exists, because we're trying to show that even though as women, we don't need men, but the kids still do. And so at Married Date, we're fighting to cure the divorce rate and bring the fathers back into the home and understand what a dynamic role they have in all of our lives, because having a father there, or even having a toxic father, can make or break you, just like an absentee father. So we want to shout out to all the dads today. Special kudos to my dad. Special kudos to Ryan and DJ Houston's dad. And special kudos also to Sam's dad, too. So, all right, guys. We are going to wrap it up, but make sure you go get your tickets. For more information, go to amberneal.com. Thanks to maridate.com. Thanks to Events and Adventures. Say you heard it here. And get 6 months free. Y'all check it out. And we've got a big announcement with our new sponsor with AT&T, so y'all check that out coming soon as well. And if you say that you heard about us here for Events and Adventures, you'll get 6 months free with purchase. So y'all check it out, amberneal.com. We'll see you guys on the next episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the one and only showman? Live from Houston, Texas. It's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of MarriedDate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker,